You'll be all right now. I know it's worked!
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another Monster Mania model kit review. This time it is the Monarch models, the Fly. This is the Fly from the 1958 movie. Now this is 1/8 scale, all plastic, and this came to us back in 2022. I went ahead and pulled this out of my stash because I thought it was important that I document this for my channel and for you all. Now this was originally sculpted by Michael Berglund, and he is a fantastic sculptor. If you've never seen his work before, you'll know that he's done quite a few sculptures for Monarch model, and they're all fantastic. He's known for doing dinosaurs too, so if you're into the know on Michael, you'll know how fantastic of work he does do. Now, of course, this is typical Monarch models release here. It's just an opening box. The lid does not come off all the way. And of course, we do have some of the other kits that I'll be reviewing up and coming. I have every one of these that are being shown here on the back, and we'll look at those as we go along with this review. Now, a little background on the movie. The Fly is a 1958 American science fiction horror film and the first installment in the Fly film series. As you know, there was a more modern version of this movie that came out in 1986, I believe it is, and that in no way is compared to this, because that Fly is very grotesque, and I had a hard time watching that one. It was just very hard for me to watch with the grossness of that creature in that. The film was produced and directed by Kurt Newman and stars David Hedison. So David Hedison played the Fly, Patrick Owens, Vincent Price, and Herbert Marshall. The film tells a story of a scientist who is transformed into a grotesque human fly hybrid after a common housefly enters unseen into a molecular transporter in which he is experimenting with, resulting in atoms being combined with those of the insect. This film was released in CinemaScope by 20th Century Fox with color by Deluxe. It was followed by two black and white sequels, Return of the Fly in 1959 and The Curse of the Fly in 1965. And like I was saying, a remake directed by David Cronenberg was released in 1986. And let's go ahead and open this up and see what Monarch gave us. And you can see the signature for Monarch models is the very fluorescent-like colored plastic with the orange plastic. And we'll go ahead and take each bag out so you know how they go back into the box. Oftentimes these kits, they shove them full of plastic that you have no idea how to put it back together again. This one isn't too bad. There's plenty of room here. And we have a turquoise colored blue there, blue green, and the red, very deep dark red there, and of course the instructions, fold out style instructions. We'll go ahead and look at these a little closer. I'll be right back. And the instructions here, of course, are a fold out single page front and back, and they give us very much building instructions reminiscent of the old Aurora monster kits here. A lot of reading. You'll have to read carefully with the instructions here to see what's going on with this build. But it does give us a little mini diorama to go along with it. And I'll post some photos at the end of the video of a built up version of this. And this was painted by Dwayne Pinkney, it says. Very nice there. It says that this kit is dedicated to Dennis McDougall, our #1 fan. Rest in peace, Dennis. So, of course, this kit does come to us from London, Ontario, Canada. Let's get a closer view. I absolutely love the artwork for this. And I've seen some fantastic builds of this. I'll go ahead and post them, like I said, the pictures of it. There's a guy on Facebook that did a fantastic job of this. But this is great art here. And you can see here, start off with his torso, the body, upper body and lower body, the feet. Then we start working on some of the fly parts that are with this kit here. And speaking of which, the makeup artist for this 1958 film, The Fly, was Ben Nye. He is credited with creating the iconic fly head and other prosthetics for the film, including the fly head that David Hedison wore. Nye's work on The Fly is considered highly sophisticated and original by his own standards. Ben Nye's career in Hollywood spanned several decades, during which he worked on over 500 films. Some of these include The King and I, Planet of the Apes, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and so forth. So there you go. Moving on down here, you can see it looks to go together very well. This is actually a very nice kit. When it took a while for this to come out, and everybody was chomping at the bit waiting for this to be released. And when it was finally released, it was just wow. Very impressive kit. I'd say this is probably one of the better ones that Monarch has come out with in this series. And I hope to see more in the future. And it shows you how everything is put together there for the diorama. And there you go there. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the parts. And we'll go ahead and start off with the base here first. The plastic appears to be a lot darker red than what's shown on the video here. But very nice here. Great detail that I can see. We have a little bit of damage going on the side there. And the faces for the instrumentation there. Small connector points. There's no part numbering whatsoever. None on the trees or none on the parts themselves. And here you go. Here's a close-up of the instruments, and leaves room for installing your own LEDs and such, our own instruments on this panel. But you can see we have some damaged close-ups there, little spider web looking parts there. Very nice. And continuing on with the bass, we have the woodwork on the floor there. Very nice. The axe. And there is some numbering here. There's some alpha letters, alpha characters, A and B on those. Plus we have some information about the kit embossed on the back here, which is normally the case. Conga did not have that, but they have it on this one here. So it gives us 2021 for a date. But it actually didn't come out until 2022. Look at the axe up real close. Very nice detail there for that. And of course the wood grain is great for this too. And the book. And his tie. Very flowing looking tie. The next two trees we'll look at are the torso and his clothes. Now this is in bright orange plastic. go ahead and get a closer view here. And that's what I like about this particular sculpt, because it shows flow, it shows movement. A little action going on with this character. Very good. Nothing really to see on the other side, but there is detail for the cape. And again, the next tree shows his pants front and back and the front of his torso. The cape hides the back part, but you can see that. There you go. Details are a little soft, but most of these kits like this are soft. That's the way the Aurora kits were done in that type of style. But the sky's the limit for painting this. Here's his pants. And the back side. The final tree is his head and all his insect parts. What's really cool about this kit in the instructions, they actually point out the scientific words for this insect, for the fly. So with this, it's a little educational. You get to learn some of the scientific words dealing with the fly. And in this case, we have his head, we have a tarantula, a big hairy spider. We don't have the lizard in this one like we do on most of the kits, but we do have the claws, and like I said, a human hand, and of course this plastic is in a turquoise blue-green color. And you can see the nameplate, the fly, claws, great detail there, the eyes. Part of the head again. You can see where the eyes go into the head. Here's one of the spiders. Some of the antenna for the fly. They have a specific name on the instructions. We have the mini fly, looks like, with the hands. Remember that part of the movie? Kind of creepy. That used to creep me out. Right before they crushed them like a regular insect. Crazy. But yeah. What a great kit. This just has everything on it. It really makes a nice display piece too. See the back side, see if there's any detail on the back here. And yeah, there's some detail on the spider there. Details on the hands. Great. And there you go. That was a detailed open box review of the Monarch models, the Fly. And fantastic here. I think it builds up very nice. I've seen some wonderful builds online for this. It's worth every penny that you pay for it. 1/8 scale, all plastic. Came out in 2022. So if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. It really helps out my channel. It helps my channel grow. I want to thank everybody who does subscribe to my channel and supports my channel in every way. I just went over 20,000 subscribers. That's a big thing for me, and I hope to grow even further with you all. With that, happy creepy Monster Mania Day, and take care.